The Speaker recognizes Representative Nathan.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm not going to be very long. I think that a lot of my colleagues have really outlined the real issue with this legislation. But I would like to just offer a bit of my experience with the EAA. I certainly believe of the concept of allowing children to have the opportunity to catch up where they fall behind. I believe that we as the legislature should provide an opportunity for parents who can't afford children to go to early childhood schools and they come to school and they don't know how they don't know their numbers or their ABCs. Having that opportunity for them as well. But what disturbs me is that we have not taken the time to determine whether or not this particular model or this particular way of educating kids work. If it does, I'll be the first one to say, let's do it. But given the temperature in this room today, given the temperature of how this legislation has moved through the House this session, tells me that this is not about making sure that these children have the opportunity. This is about much more. And when you think about the direction that this body has taken over the last 2 terms, it tells me that it's about control. It's about not wanting to see a certain group of folks in these schools. And I think that forcing this upon Detroit is an easy way to do it. Today, you guys have been here for 4.5 hours, going back and forth in committee rooms, back hallways, to try and force or to cut some type of deal with members of your caucus, members of our caucus, to get them to buy into this. What does that say to me? That they do not believe that we are prepared or ready for this to happen. That tells me that they believe that we need to make sure that this is good for all children. But it also says that they're willing to sell themselves for something, whatever it is. If you believe that this works or this is something that we should do, let the data prove it. Let the data prove it. We have 5 more or 3 more months of school. The EAA, the 15 schools that are in the EAA, will continue for the next 3 months. If the data shows that our children, these are my kids, are learning, that this is a model that we should go to, I'll be the first one to say, okay. But I would also ask you to look at instituting this model, if you believe it's so great, into a school system that gives parents the opportunity to have say-so in what happens in those schools. Not to say that the governor, the Speaker of the House, Majority Leader are the smartest folks in the state and they should choose who govern these schools. Our public school system was put together so that everyone who has a stake in the system has a say-so. Putting together this new district takes away that from our citizens of this state. So once again, in conclusion, I believe that we need something that gives students the opportunity to catch up. I believe we need an opportunity to give our students an opportunity to do well. And if this is the way to do it, let's make sure that the data supports that before we rush into it. Thank you.